Hi. Okay, so I just want to talk a bit about what I actually mean when I say life is full, and I'm not going to do it in a big picture kind of way. I'm going to be a bit granular, so please stay with me. Just to talk about how a normal day feels like for me. Most days I wake up around 5:30 ish, and sometimes, to be honest, I'm still half asleep around that time. But usually around 6 a.m., I'm fully awake. I hop on a prayer call with some other women, and it's something that's really grounding for me, and I've been doing it for about 2 years now, so I'm sort of very used to it. And after that, it's straight into the morning routine, making breakfasts for the kids, preparing lunch for my first grader, and packing it. And sometimes in between doing all of that, my toddler wakes up and he just wants some extra snuggles before the day starts. And I indulge him. It's just 2.5 years, so yeah, I indulge him every now and then. And then we get everyone ready. My husband takes the older one to school. I do the daycare run, and just like that, the day already feels like it's moving, and it's moving really fast. And from there, I'm off to my 9 to 5 work mode, meetings, tasks, thinking for other people, talking to clients, tending to the priorities I've made for the day, and all through the day, there are these mental tabs that are open, that serve as like reminders for me. I don't know if this happens for other people, just to remind me about things the house needs, things I need to get for the kids, relationships that I need to water. And it's usually nothing urgent. It's just always there, and it's okay. There's also the physical part of it as well. There's the talking all through the day, there's the moving, going back and forth, tending to people, carrying things, carrying people, and when work wraps up, it's pick up time. We're back home, I make dinner, I check in with the kids, I catch up with them, and some days we're heading back out again for the extracurricular activities we signed up for. So we have the swimming, the piano lessons, the language classes, the skating, and all of that, right? Things that they're good things, right? And we are grateful for them, but they still require energy, right? And usually by around 8-ish, the house finally gets quiet, and my husband, he helps with the cleaning up, which helps a lot, right? Thank you, babe. Yeah, so, and if I have the strength, we'll gist a bit, we'll catch up on our day. And if I don't, usually I just want to just be by myself for a moment. And it's not because anything is wrong, right? Sometimes I just need a moment to breathe, right? And sometimes I try to do a bit of personal development. Sometimes I use that to spend time. I use part of that time to spend time with God. And sometimes, if I'm being honest, I'm just tired. And it's not just mentally, I'm also tired physically. And I usually don't get to go to bed until around 11. And I would say none of this is chaotic. Nothing is falling apart. It's just the season I'm in. It's my life right now, right? And and I think that's what I'm paying attention to. I'm learning to pay attention to it, right? And not just what I'm doing, but what I'm carrying as well, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And I'm learning that space doesn't always have to come from changing your schedule. There are some things that cannot be changed. It's just the season that you're in, right? Sometimes the space you need can come from, changing how you move through what's already there. And for me, that's been, paying attention to my body more, noticing when I'm rushing just because I'm used to rushing, right? And I'm letting myself slow my pace, even when the tasks are still there, when the tasks are still the same. And some days, creating space might just look like, sitting for a minute, before jumping into the next thing, or or me trying not to stack things or tasks back to back, or just letting myself, finish one thing fully before, jumping right into the next day, right? I'm also learning to, sort of release the need to keep up emotionally all the time, right? I'm realizing that I don't always need to, respond to messages immediately. I don't always need to respond to missed calls immediately, right? And I'm accepting that some seasons need to be quieter by necessity. And I'm trusting that, choosing quiet for myself doesn't mean I'm neglecting my relationships, right? It just means I'm honoring my capacity. My capacity is not your capacity. It's not, might be different for, I might not have as much capacity as you have, right? So sometimes space is just being present without adding so much meaning to everything. And I'm not trying to turn every moment into like a lesson or a breakthrough. I'm just letting it be what it is, right? Because bringing more calm into my life, my busy life right now, I need it a lot. And I believe it gives me the space to build the capacity that I'll need in the long run to get to that next level that I want. And yeah, so that's it. I'm sure that this will probably resonate with most moms that have children my age range. So let's try to bring some calm to our busy life so that we can, build capacity for that next level that we want. I hope this resonates with you. Thank you for listening.